Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news. Now, I know many of you have been watching the NFC East closely this season. It's been a roller coaster, right? The Eagles are still dominant, the Cowboys are hanging in there, and the Commanders, well, they've had their ups and downs, but there's always that hope of a big move, of a game changer that could turn everything around. And folks, what I'm about to tell you could be that very move. A blockbuster trade that's brewing between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Commanders. It's something that has insiders whispering, and if it goes through, it could reshape the entire division, maybe even the conference. So, what exactly is happening? Well, according to sources close to the league, the Bengals, who are currently stuck in a tough rebuild with a record of just 2-6 in 2025, are eyeing a move that might surprise many of us. They are reportedly considering trading Trey Hendrickson to Washington in exchange for a second-round pick in the 2026 draft. And the reason for this isn't just about clearing cap space or stockpiling draft assets, although that's part of it. It's about strategic rebuilding, about prioritizing their cap situation for 2026, which is already tight with an $8 million cap hit looming. The Bengals, after a series of injuries and struggles on defense, especially in their pass rush, see Hendrickson as a prime piece to help them rebuild quickly. Meanwhile, for Washington, this could be a game-changing addition. The Commanders are currently sitting at a 3-5 record, and their defensive line has been decimated by injuries. With Daron Payne sidelined with a toe injury and Darren Payne's absence, the pass rush has taken a noticeable hit. Their sack numbers have dropped from an average of around 2.9 per game to just 1.8 in recent weeks. That's a huge drop when you're trying to disrupt the opposing quarterback and get the pressure needed to win games in the NFL. Hendrickson, at 31 years old, is not just a veteran. He's a proven sack artist. Over his career, he's accumulated 62 sacks up until September 15, 2025, and he's been a consistent threat off the edge. Let's take a moment to really understand what Hendrickson brings to the table. Drafted in 2017, he's developed into one of the top edge rushers in the league. His overall PFF grade was 90, 8 in pass rush, which puts him in the top 10 among edge defenders. In 2025, he's already recorded 7 sacks in just 8 games, including a 2-5 sack performance against the Steelers in Week 5. His win rate is an eye-popping 24%, which is elite. That means nearly a quarter of his pass rushes result in a win against the blocker. He's not just a pass rusher either. He's versatile in run defense with a PFF grade of 86.2, showing he can hold the edge and stop runs effectively. And stamina, Hendrickson plays a ton of snaps. Despite having a shoulder injury in 2024, he's still on the field for 88% of snaps, demonstrating durability and consistency. He forced 15 hurries this season, surpassing the league average by 20%. Think about that, we're talking about a disruptive force reminiscent of a prime Khalil Mack, someone who can turn the tide of a game with his disruptiveness. His explosiveness and ability to generate pressure are exactly what the Commanders need to revitalize their front seven. But why would the Bengals trade him? Well, it's primarily about their cap situation and their strategic focus. They're facing an $8 million cap tightness for 2026, and with Joe Burrow recovering from injuries and the offensive line still needing upgrades, Cincinnati has to make tough choices. Their defense, which has been leaking points, allowing an average of 27 points per game, also needs fresh legs and youth. Trading Hendrickson, who's 31, makes sense for them to gain draft capital and free up cap space, especially since they're prioritizing their offensive line to protect Burrow and prevent further injuries. Now, for Washington, this is a golden opportunity. Adding Hendrickson would be like injecting a shot of adrenaline into their pass rush. Imagine Hendrickson lining up alongside Jonathan Allen, who's been phenomenal this season with a PFF grade of 88.7. Together, these two could form a formidable duo, creating pressure on quarterbacks and forcing turnovers. Projected stats suggest that with Hendrickson, the Commanders could see around 12 sacks from their defensive line in 2025, up from their current rate. That's a significant boost, especially considering the pressure rate would jump from 32% to approximately 40%, according to data from True Media. This kind of pressure is what separates good defenses from great ones in the NFL. And it's not just about sacks. Hendrickson's presence would also bolster their ability to stop the run. His addition could push their run-stuffing rate from 14% to 18%, helping to slow down opponents' ground games. This is crucial because the secondary has been under pressure, especially after losing some key players to injuries, which led to giving up 3 long touchdown passes. Hendrickson's ability to set the edge and rush the passer would allow the secondary to focus more on coverage, reducing the big plays that have haunted them this season. Let's not forget his versatility. In a 3-4 scheme, which Washington has been employing at times, Hendrickson's ability to do stunts and line up in multiple positions would be invaluable. His presence could help elevate third down stops from 38% to about 45%, giving them more opportunities to get off the field and keep their offense in the game. That's a big deal, especially in a division where every possession counts. Now, shifting gears a little, let's talk about the bigger picture, the playoff implications. If this trade happens, the odds of Washington making a deep run could skyrocket. Currently, the Commanders are sitting at +5-0 odds to win the Super Bowl, according to FanDuel as of October 31, 2025. That's a respectable number, but after acquiring Hendrickson, those odds could drop to around +2,500, putting them right in the mix for a postseason push. Think about it. A defense with Hendrickson, Allen, and a motivated group of linebackers and secondary could be a nightmare for offenses like the Eagles, who are allowing around 3-2 sacks per game, or any team that dares to face them with this revamped line. Hendrickson could become that X factor, a difference maker in big moments, especially against division rivals. His addition might turn the tide in key matchups, and in a division as competitive as the NFC East, that could be the edge they need to clinch a playoff spot or even aim for a deep run in the postseason. Remember, in 2019, the San Francisco 49ers saw a similar upgrade when Nick Bosa arrived, boosting their defense significantly. Hendrickson has that kind of potential to elevate the Commanders' defense from a good unit to a great one. All of this points to a strategic masterstroke if they pull it off. It's a calculated gamble. Trading away a player like Hendrickson, who's still in his prime, for a draft pick might seem risky at first glance. But the long-term benefits, especially if it helps them build a more balanced team with a stronger defense, could be enormous. It's a move that signals Washington's intent to contend, not just rebuild. It's about setting a foundation for future success while making a playoff push this season. And let's be honest, in the NFL, defense wins championships, and having a disruptive edge rusher like Hendrickson can change the entire complexion of a game. It's about creating chaos in the backfield, forcing turnovers, and giving your offense more opportunities to score. If the Commanders manage to get him, it's not just a win for this season. It's a statement to the rest of the league that they're serious about competing at the highest level. So in summary, this potential trade is about much more than just a player swap. It's about strategic moves, cap management, and building a defense capable of carrying the team deep into the playoffs. It's about making a statement in the NFC East, about elevating their game and shaking up the division hierarchy. If this trade happens, it could be one of those moves that fans will talk about for years, a turning point that sparks a new chapter in Washington Commanders history. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Do you believe this move will turn the tide in the NFC East? Are you excited about the potential of Hendrickson in that burgundy and gold uniform? I know many of you are already imagining that rush, that pressure, that game-changing play that could help take the Commanders to the next level. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. This season is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, and with moves like this, it's only going to get better. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, let's keep the passion alive. Go Commanders!